back from the commercial break. We continue with our discussion. We tend to aspire for the best, not expire. But yet we are concerned there are some of the challenges that we still need to see them being addressed. And having a government in existence, we hope that these challenges will be addressed. We were, Honorable, talking about the current challenge, especially to the economy, which locks us into a debate of looking at how are we going to come out of this, to come out of the poor, subscribing country. No one wants to be called that you're a poor country. You people, you are poor. You come from Uganda is poor. None of us. Even the young child, when you say, please, you accept poverty, no one wants poverty. And to aspire to be not only lower, but a middle income country. But in our analysis, dear viewers, as I do engage with the minister to share with you on how the country is moving forward, we cannot achieve, I believe the Right Honorable Prime Minister is aware, and a lot maybe is to be done. We cannot achieve a lower and even maybe a middle income status if we find we are buying much more, we are importing most of the products. The export rate of Uganda is at 13. What we export is 13% compared to what we import. And this dilemma, day and night, the country should not rest. We should be at least at a balance where we export 60% the least, and maybe the 40% we import. Countries which are making it best, they do it that way. And the way to do it, you have the message, but I just chip in a bit. The agricultural production is supposed to be higher. We look at what do we consume most. Food is a basic need. Clothes. So a country, if we cannot dress ourselves and we are depending either on imported clothes and second-hand clothes, it becomes a challenge. And other issues that will be helping us maybe to analyze. Can they give us on how best also maybe giving us a direction, strategic direction, where the country is going to bridge this gap of imbalance of trade?
Yeah, I think on this one, we have, like I told you before, that we have the dams, electricity, the Karuma Dam, which is being constructed. When such a dam is completed, I told you, power will reduce to 5 cents per unit. If power,
that's the cost of accessibility.
Yeah, yes. If power is reduced to 5 cents per unit, then the person who has been importing the finished materials or finished products from either China, those other countries, will come and manufacture from Uganda. So when somebody is manufacturing from Uganda, our exports will go up.
I have a question for us.
Yes, please.
What is the targeted tons if now we did it best? Especially me, I'm concerned of this. I'm a patriotic citizen, by the way, where I could desire even this cloth and yourself, what you're putting on, to find that it is manufactured in this country. And to know here maybe we need nylon, we need this cotton, we need this. Is there any intervention in that area to address like that gap of importing the garments, the business in this country that is trading most is garments, the export of garments?
Yeah, it's not only garments. I think we are importing. We are importing many things.
Yes, that's right.
You can look at steel.
That's right.
You can look at there are, if I'm to remember, there are many things, not only garments.
True.
In fact, garments, we sometimes we can see that if we produce more of our cotton, our textile industries can start producing what we can also use or consume. But I was looking at that imbalancing that you are talking about. I talked about the oil and gas.
Oh yes.
If the pipeline for oil and gas, if the project for oil and gas is completed, and we start selling the oil and gas, I think that is something that can bridge the gap that you can talk about. Because money will come, instead of going out of the country, it will be coming into the country. And that one, we shall be killing one stone will be killing two birds. Because if those projects are done, we have minerals here in Uganda. We have gold, you know, the Karamoja is full of gold. If you go in the west, we have gold. Even in our area here, Eastern, we have gold. In Uganda, even where the district where I'm coming from, we have the rare mineral arts, the rare minerals. They are also there. In fact, they are telling me that it is the second largest deposit to China, the one in Eastern Uganda.
That is which mineral resource? They are called
the rare earth minerals.
The earth minerals,
yes,
right?
Those are the ones which help us to do these mobile phones.
Oh yes.
Yeah, those the computer. Those are the minerals. So if that is the second largest deposit, and we start using those minerals, we get money out of them. We are killing the what of unemployment. You see, now employment will have been solved, and then the gap of imbalancing trade will also have been solved. So that's what I'm saying. When these things are done, those ones we would have addressed those two issues: the imbalancing of trade and unemployment among the youths. If we can solve the problem of the land issues, for example, right now many people are complaining about the land. You know, my land has been taken, I'm the Chibanja owner, this one has been done this. It is also another milestone that people can use their land without those big problems, and they can produce on it. And when you have somewhere to produce your food, then like I told you before, these days people are more in cash crops than in subsistence farming. So all those are solving the problem of imbalancing of trade as well as the problem of unemployment.
I will come to you. We are analyzing together this evening, and I thank you that you come indeed with the government policy position, but yet also to look at the existing policy gaps, and maybe with a promise that we will have it best. What I would like to bring to your attention, and for the viewers who are following us, I cannot spare this, that I do advocate especially for social justice. For the viewers, especially the youth, accessibility of land is a challenge. And the government needs to know day by day, even when we talk about that we are now launching into agriculture, we'll do ABCD. But I'm mindful of the population of a class or a group, a category of the youth, who most of them at 80% who are landless. They don't have land. That we are expecting them to produce. Because when we are dealing with issues of the economy, land is a factor of production. The policy existing for issue of land seem not to be favoring the youth. Some are willing even to go for agriculture, even when they have finished either maybe universities, but it is difficult to access to land. Kind of note that. Number two, the accessibility of credit. Because I don't want to be as if I'm coming from UK and I'm speaking a language of those who are only seeing dollars and pounds. The accessibility of money, cash, what we are calling cash economy, is a challenge. Someone outside is saying, these people need to know that even I don't have 1,000 in the pocket. I know you've talked about the parish development model, but the real accessibility of credit, maybe money that can lead to the production we are talking about, the production of maybe also doing business, is a challenge. What is the government, intending to do to make sure that we can bridge this gap of a production age of the youth, productivity age of the youth, unemployed youth who have those two challenges, and we make them better?
I think before today, government had put in place programs to empower mainly those youths whom we are talking about. You have heard of the Youth Livelihood Program. It was to empower the youth. You have heard of UWEP, that is Uganda Women Empowerment Program. It had come to empower the youth. We have the SAGE program. It is also a program which is to empower our people. You've heard of Emyoga. All those programs have interventions to empower our people. Of course, plus projects, other projects where our youths can get employed. But those ones who are mainly those who are non-skilled, we have got those programs, and some have tried to embrace them, and I think some have really moved some steps to see that they get away from where they were. So I will say that we are still funding, we are still looking for funding to see that our people can get more, they can get more programs. If we talk about the parish development model, it is also a program where we want those people whom you are talking about, that they don't have land.
It's disadvantaged for those areas.
We want them to, because the the parish development model has, it is not only agriculture.
Does it have an element of supporting like for land acquisition?
Yeah, it has an element of, it has seven components.
Yeah, components, yeah.
Yeah, there are 7 components. So it is not that it will be only agriculture that the people whom we are supporting. So among those, if there are youths there, they'll also go and get that money and go into those areas. So that's how we are trying to see how government can come in and help those people. If you look at what has been given, I think it is that one is coming to 1 trillion. It is like 1 trillion that is being given to those people to see that they can really use it and try to change their livelihood.
1 second on that 1 trillion, and we appreciate for that attempt. But you know,
but I told you it is 39%.
39%.
Yeah, among the 39% population.
There is what we call, I'm coming to you, thank you for the information, but there's when we are talking of a lake, I will use the verbatim, a lake, and there is a drop into the ocean. You've ever heard of that saying? We are having 49 million million people. The 48, so far we are about 48. The active population in production around 22. 1 trillion if you divide it even to parishes, but basically to the very population which needs to work around 18, unemployed, active age, Ugandan populace, it seems to be like a drop in the ocean.
I know.
And yet, I'm matching in with you because we are doing the question of how can we achieve this. Yet we are matching with a Uganda. All of us want to see where you can, after 1 year, you are counting your 20 million when you have used everything, maybe met other expenses, you have 20 million on your account. Is it achievable unless other interventions are made with that 1 trillion? But
I told you other interventions that are coming on board. I've been talking about the mining sector, I've been talking about the gas and oil sector. I'm talking about electricity. I'm talking, this is the one that I'm talking about, that I'm meaning like we had to fund or that is the 1 trillion. It is not to the whole population, but it is to the 39% of the population, and it is not for all the years.
39%.
That is for 1 year.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that is for 1 year. So if government can try that, you know, I don't know if we have any other government for the governments that we've had that has done like this NRM government has done. I don't know if it is there because I've not heard of it. You know, coming up with money, you say, please, you go and work. You come up with again other money, please go and do this. This is Myoga money, please youths go and work. This is youth livelihood, please you go and work. Can you tell me any other government that has done that type of work? If it is there, anyway.
Okay,
I've not heard of it.
I have something to comment on that. And the commentary is to lead you to give us more maybe answers and emphasis. What seems to be said on all of this is that we have good programs, and even as you state them. But when we go to find the results, it seems to be different. For instance, the Paris Development Model funds, when it was heard that in some areas in Kitugum and Kabale, there were some of the people arrested known to have swindled the money, the corruption issue. How can we address that gap so that the realization of what the government indeed mentions and intends to do is done?
Now you are talking about, of course we have our people on the ground.
So maybe we tackle that one after the commercial break.
Okay.
Yes, let's go for the commercial break, please. We will be coming back after the commercial break to talk about that, but there is something which you wanted to first address before we go for the commercial break. You can continue.
You were asking me, you were talking about the people who can come in and swindle the money. Yes,
the question I'm bringing to us is that if this government, you know, you gave us an inspirational statement. You've never seen a government which is doing all this. But again, I want us to be real to ourselves. The good thing, even the president talks about it. The more the president attempts to allocate funds to either improve the economy of the people, the more people are ready to steal. And this one is even said, the person say, I don't know how I should deal with these thieves. And what would have been realized on the ground, it ends in the air. So please, is there a promise how we are going to seize these thieves? I use the word seize them because they have stolen a lot. And I think with your docket of ministry, take a passion on behalf of the viewers. These thieves, don't we need to seize them who are stealing government money so that it can reach the people?
Government is trying its best to look for those to get those people who are trying to swindle the money of Ugandans. You have seen many who have been taken to prison, and they are still there.
But they are still, it's the drop in the ocean.
Yeah, of course, for you to take somebody, you must have evidence. The bad thing that we have, that our people are also not helping us. Maybe they are conniving with those ones who are swindling the money. When it comes to evidence, nobody is coming out to say, you know, I did this, I saw this person doing this. So the people whom they are helping are the ones who are also helping the thieves. Because if you want to get a job and somebody says, you first give me money, then you are also a corrupt person. You take the money. Then you say, can we use that strategy of you taking the money to catch up that person who say, no, I want my child to get a job. So please, you leave it. Let me just give him the money or her so that my child can get a job. So you are also contributing to the corruption that is going on. So that is the problem. That's where the problem is. Otherwise, if these people were helping us to bring out evidence, then this issue of corruption, maybe it would have been so much reduced by now. But people don't want to come out and give evidence. They say, no, you know, it is so-and-so's child. It is so-and-so's friend. It is so-and-so's daughter. So let us leave it. And they leave it at that. So government cannot come out to say, I'm going to give evidence. In academia, I cannot come out and say, I'll give evidence to something that I've not seen, to something that I don't have proof. The person who has proof has refused to come out. So that is how we are still grappling, trying to...
I will give you a clue which you might have ever heard about as we go for the commercial break. Will be the end of our program. As you are aware, we are in the next few minutes going to also as the Smart 24 TV look at wait upon the presidential address, concerning the ongoing issues relating to Ebola outbreak and other matters of national importance which the president would like to address. And I think it's good that you came in advance to prepare the viewers, especially as you talk about how we are achieving a middle income status. So while we are coming to the end of this, it's important to you to give us your last word to the viewers as we welcome the statement of the president.
I want to inform the viewers that as we talk about attaining the middle income status, I request all the Ugandans to embrace government programs because they have been designed for you, and we want to see that they are done. We want to see that we achieve our goals, and we want to see that people get out of poverty. So let me pray that whoever is out there and this program is in your midst, please let's embrace them.
I appreciate to have visited us, and tomorrow is the election of Yala. Don't also forget my vote. I'm a candidate.
Who is your voter?
Oh yes, your voter. Me, myself, Dr. Joseph Tindeva, for the candidate of the Yala Workers Interest Group.
Okay.
Please, viewers, wait what comes next, the presidential address, State of Nation address relating with a number of issues, including Ebola. Stay tuned as we welcome the president.
Thank you.